Welcome everyone to this episode on the Ultimate Sports TV. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Kyrie. His 2-year tenure with the Celtics did not go so well. It went well, kind of winning-wise. Sometimes it didn't go well. But when it didn't go well winning-wise, he found himself putting, we found himself putting teammates under the bus. He was throwing guys under the bus. And it kind of turned into this bad chemistry between Kyrie against the whole team. Maybe even Gordon Hayward at times. And that leads us into something Kyrie has to do with his new team in the Nets. He has something to prove this season. Kyrie, what is that thing to prove? It's to prove that you have to be a good leader to get your team through the bumps, through the rocky road. Kyrie, let's just put it like this. He was the absolute worst veteran leader I could think of, because there were times where it would get hard to play with Kyrie. Marcus Smart even said that it was hard to play with Kyrie when things went wrong. It's like he's not holding himself accountable, but he's holding us accountable for the right things and even sometimes the wrong things when he knows he's doing wrong. That's not exactly what Marcus Smart said, but you know, based on what he said, that's what is coming out of his mouth. That's what the words are defining that are coming out of his mouth, and really what he's thinking. Kyrie has to prove that he is a good leader. When he proves this, that proves that, chemistry's going pretty good. This team is going to be able to win. When Kyrie can prove that he's a good leader, be a good leader, which leads into good chemistry, because he is going to be the veteran leader on this team. When he translates all of this bad stuff into good leadership, Kyrie can take this team to a better chemistry place. When he does that, we could probably see the Nets in a 4th, maybe even 3rd seed. I expect to see the Nets like that. I expect Kyrie to be learning from his mistakes. He said himself, there was things that were wrong with his Boston tenure. And I even think he knows that he needs to get better at leadership at times. He needs to get better at leading the way. And if he's going to lead a team, he's going to have to do it the right way if he wants to win. So the thing Kyrie just has to prove this season is that he can win. There's lots of young players on this team for the Nets. There's Karukas. I think his last name starts with an M. I think it's Musa. I don't know, but his first name starts with a D. Taurean Prince. There's Taurean Prince. There's Dinwiddie of some sort. He's kind of young, but it's a dude Kyrie is going to have to lead. Karis LeVert, who I think will be a great complementary piece to Kyrie. Kyrie just has to make it work by being a good leader. And last but not least, Jared Allen, who I think is very underrated, and Kyrie also has to lead. Kyrie, he cannot throw, again, players under the bus. He cannot make the locker room a toxic environment. He has to knock the ego out. He can't be calling out teammates when he should be calling himself out too. He has to have this team come together, not split up. Kyrie can't affect the team chemistry. The one thing Kyrie has not proved yet is that he can be that number 1 leader guy on this team, is what it brings us back to the main point. He has to prove that he can be a leader. KD, who will come back next year, has to kind of prove that he can be a leader, because he has to knock his ego off too. Can't just throw people under the bus. And I'm not really sure how he'll work with a young team like the Nets. And Kyrie cannot play the blame game, and he cannot be the guy that guys think is hard to play with. Kyrie has to get everything straight. He has to be that guy that's not annoying, aggravating, and stubborn. I think Kyrie can prove he's a leader.